Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be doing some stuff with Pneumatic Craft like you see behind me. And we're also going to be working on some more immersive engineering. Hopefully you guys stick around. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so things may look a little bit different. As you can see, all the chests are pretty much gone. That's because I went ahead and rearranged my simple storage network, got it looking a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and added a bunch more space. So now we have a bit more space, and it's all going to tie in together. It's all going to tie in by the end. So I have all of the iron chests here. Those are so easy to make, especially with all the iron that we have now, and the fact that I can do stacks and stacks at a time to go get them pressed. And then this guy. So the reason this is set like this, it's a graphical bug as of right now. It's not due to shaders or anything like that. It also does it over here. It's I don't exactly know why it's doing it, but I know what's causing it. The cause is the mod actually requires a higher version of Forge, and the Forge is the version of Forge that I'm on is actually lower than this pack is supposed to be on. That was to make sure the Ender Dragon spawned, and yeah, I had to lower it for that. So I will be fixing that in the future. Hopefully there'll be an update soon. There's supposed to be an update real soon, and that'll help with that situation. But today we're gonna first off get our storage network wireless. Yeah, that's right, we can already do that. So let's take a look at simple storage. I always forget, you can't actually use this bar, you have to use this one. Even though you can technically turn the JEI synchronization off, then you can use it. I'll keep this synchronization on for right now. So, but you can't add in here. I have played with other mods that it doesn't work like that. I have worked with other mods where it doesn't work like that. So let's take a look here. So I went ahead and already made 2 of the storage masters. They require the machine case. So I've already got those things done. And like I said, I have like 10 of these made, 8 of these. I think I have 8 left, something like that, of the printed circuit boards. So and then getting the stabilized metal is not very difficult at all. We already have the cobalt. The only thing that was a pain is I have to hand do these. I mean, I can send them off, but it's faster to hand do them. So that's the only thing that I had to whip out the hammer and get that done. So let's go ahead and make the regular remote. Now this one works 64 blocks away. So if you don't want to craft the network masters, you don't have to. You could just go with this. I mean, if you're pretty close to where your storage system's at, this is 64 block distance. It's not the farthest, but it'll definitely get the job done. But we can actually make this one, which it says use to access the network from an unlimited distance and across dimensions. That's awesome. We are going to make this thing. And it doesn't really require that much, guys. This thing doesn't require that much at all. The only thing it requires, some blaze rods. Look at that. And now we have this. And I think you shift right click to connect it. Maybe not. I figured you would shift right click, but you might have to click on the actual heart or the master. Yep, you have to click on the master. So we got that done. And now we can literally access our system from everywhere. That's so good. That's definitely better than nothing at all. I'm so glad we're at this point to where I now have a wireless system that I just can access freely. No power, doesn't require any power. It's that good, guys. I'm not joking. This thing is phenomenal. Early game. Some people were saying, you know, we can get right into our refined storage, you know? Let's take a look at what refined storage currently offers in Age 4. Not much. So we have our controller, we have our grid. The grid is kind of painful to make, but you can make this, but this also requires power. And we don't have automation yet. So look, no automation. Some people were saying AE2. What does Applied Energistics offer? Well, it requires power. It's kind of a pain to make. Still, no automation. So, I mean, we have an ME interface. I guess we might have access to some automation. No, we don't. We don't have access to any automation. Well, I guess you could pump items in, but you can do the same thing with this mod. So yeah, there's really not that much that this is doing that that simple storage network is not doing. But I mean, I will get into this stuff. Don't get me wrong. We'll have to set it up for automation, but we don't have anything unlocked yet. So it's kind of not, I don't know. There's no real reason for me to make this harder on myself when I have access to this and unlimited range. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I added multi-jump 3 on these boots. You guys recommended that in the comments. I took advantage of that. I didn't know that was a thing. Now I do. Look at this. You can jump 3 times. And I got this from a book enchantment. I'm just holding down the space bar. And I'm just holding it down and it does it on its own. There's like a delay, like a time period. But look at this. This is crazy. Look at the crazy jump distance we can get. If you hit spacebar repeatedly, I think it happens more frequently. But I mean, if you get that speed going with your boots, you know, from the jump, you can travel large distances pretty quick. And of course, you're jumping pretty high. So yeah, that multi-jump is super cool. And I mean, the thing will propel us way up here if I wanted to. So yeah, pretty interesting. We've already gotten some pretty cool things, but we're about to work on some Pneumatic Craft. I am currently working on getting all the plastics needed for that. I need a lot of blue. So we're going to be getting that set up. So we need blue. I think I needed a couple pieces of orange as well, like some orange plastic. I need orange dye, things that I'm actually currently working on. And shouldn't take too long at all to get that. I did look ahead and I did notice that, yeah, we're going to have to get back into this like I was doing last time. We played with this mod. I was getting into the soul urns right here, the soul urns, and we can now craft this stuff. We can now actually make the steel, I do believe. Yes, so we can actually make soul flux, which we get from crushing, or not crushing, putting in stone in the kiln. And we get what, in slag, I think it's called? Something like that. I can actually show you what that does. I don't know why I'm going over here. It's going to take a while to get used to the fact that I have a controller on me. Let's take some end. And apparently an item placer works good on this. You can actually break that top block and place an item placer there. Buddy Zenulus, he has been, man, doing a lot of stuff in SevTech. He's kind of been always ahead of me. He's on the Discord. I seen in a screenshot he posted, he had the top block gone up there, and he was using that to automate it, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, you could use this whenever the item's complete to maybe pull the item out. I don't know. Yeah, because the item just kind of falls into existence. And then, yeah, you could use this. And then it also gives you white cobble. That's a really nice looking block. This white stone is actually a really nice texture. Interesting. And that can be turned into white stone bricks, which looks really good as well. Ooh, I totally forgot that the Better With Mods adds this. The handsaw, which I'm guessing we can then make now that we're in this age. So pretty interesting. The Better With Mods adds so much stuff, but we had to unlock it in age 4. So I think we now have Better With Mods nearly fully unlocked. I think. I don't know if it's fully unlocked, but we'll figure this out. So yeah, I need to get these 2 dyes mixed together because we need to make some orange, and I think that's about it before we can actually start crafting some really cool stuff with Pneumatic Craft. All right, guys, so time for us to get started with some awesome Pneumatic Craft stuff. So first of all, I kind of want to pull out our Pneumatic Wrench. This is how you interact with blocks inside this mod. So we are going to need this. None of the other wrenches I've tried work. It's only this wrench. So just keep that in mind, that's kind of how this works. And this is what I needed the orange dye for. So there we go. So now I have the pneumatic wrench. Also, we need to end up getting the assembly drill. So I'm going to work on that here in a little bit, but there's some other things we can actually make before we get these programs. Now, the programs, as you can see, will end up making a few different things. Let's see, we can make, tells us what we can actually make here. This is with the drill program. We can make the presses, and that's the whole point. We have to get these presses at some point. So this is what it does. And it looks like the pressure chamber valve, apparently you can turn one block into a bunch of these. I don't know why. Oh, I guess you can turn them into advanced pressure tubes. Ah, with the laser. And it's eventually used in this monstrosity of a craft. Wow. But I guess there's these logistics configurators and stuff like that, but we actually need a charger. Let's go ahead and grab our charger out of here. I am just going to replace this for now. And we'll place the charger in here. Then I want to be sure to get that in there so the pipes don't explode, and we can make it faster. So look at there. This should charge this up pretty fast, and it will hit a point where there's only so much pressure that can go in here. What's the problem? The pressure has equalized. It's weird. It's only at one bar. Oh, it's because I have this turned off. That's right. So there we go. Then it will start going again. That's so cool how this works. Like, it really does work off of pressure the way this. It's so good. So like this only goes up to 5 psi. So if this tube supports 5 psi, and this supports 20 psi, then it'll only pressurize this to 5 psi maximum. So that's pretty interesting how this actually works. It literally follows that dynamic. Pretty interesting. And then we also I have some speed upgrades in these things because I was using speed upgrades for the UV light box. Those are pretty simple to make as well. I think I'll take these back out. I'll leave the PCBs in there because we need to throw them in the liquid every now and then. Oh man, I need to throw them in the liquid every now and then, and we can get these guys. Oh no. Well, I thought I had a security upgrade in there. I guess that was actually draining out of that thing. Okay, that's not good. We lost one of our cheap air compressors. And I hope it didn't scare. I hope it didn't scare any of you guys. Let's set that to high signal again, so that's off. That was my fault. I boo-booed. All right, let's go back to making or just get some charcoal. There you go. You can turn off. Don't know why that continued to stay open like that. Okay, why did you... So that's dumping into the system. Well, that got rid of my upgrades and everything. That's no good. So I do want to watch this. I am only going to get it up to a certain point. I don't really need that much pressure in this thing. I'm not too concerned. I did set this to high signal, so it will shut off. It's supposed to shut off when I do that. But it's not. Oh, it is. Okay, so it is off. Okay, so Pneumatic Wrench 3, that's good enough for me. I'm already breaking things, guys. Look at me. Oh, goodness. All right. We need to go back and we're going to change how all of this works. We're fixing to make a few machines that are pretty interesting. But first, we can go ahead and make these things. Do I have any bronze gears? I do. So make a hopper. So I think these two, we have the I/O ports. We actually need 2 of them. And I'm pretty sure we need 2 hoppers. And I, of course, don't have any bronze, guys. I mean, I have bronze, just don't have the plates. Are those called hammers? Let's see. We'll take some bronze out. I thought it was called a hammer. This... Primal Tech. As soon as I remember the name, I'll be like, oh man. Mallet. That's right. We have tons of mallets. I don't know why I don't have any of these. Oh man, I need to send off for some bronze plates to be made. Let me just go ahead and do that. I'll send those off. Let's go search for more. And I'll get this made real quick. Alright, so back to making this guy. We do need to make some assemblers as well. And I think I need iron plates. That is, of course, a thing. I need tons of iron plates. I only need a few, though, for right now. I end up using all my iron plates to actually make the all the chests downstairs, because those all require iron plates. There we go. I got it until it broke. These are coming back. Of course you don't go. Throw those in. They'll be back later. They'll be back shortly. All right. So back to what we were doing. Making this I/O port, making just another hopper. I think that's all we really need for that. We have everything else for this. We need all of these. I think we need a few of these, right? 2. I'll do 2 for right now. Oh no, we need 1 for each cylinder. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So these are kind of the most expensive items, because it just requires so much of this stuff. I think I need a few more. Yeah. So we need 2 of these for sure. Let's get as many as we can, because like I said, the blue plastic is something I need a bunch of. And I'm just slowly getting there. Sorry guys, the bouncing sound. Oh man. That's getting to me. The bouncing sound is hilarious. Alright, there's 8. We can at least make this machine. Can we make this one? That's 2 of those. We need 2 input and output. We need the base, which we're missing orange plastic for. Of course I am. Guys, I was super prepared for this episode. I really was. As you can tell. Super prepared. Alright, so there's our assembly platform. That's where our air hooks to, I'm pretty sure. And then we actually need a drill core, which, believe it or not, is not that hard. I know I have a low voltage somewhere. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a low voltage. Let me actually check my bag. I think it's in my toolbox. Yep, LV capacitor. Wow, how convenient is that? Alright, so let's take the LV capacitor. Should be able to throw that in there. There's our drill core. And the only thing I'm missing is blue plastic. Come on, fill up the plastic. 16 more of you. And we should be ready to go. Right? Plastic. I need more of these. It's like, these aren't even that difficult to make. It's just the fact that I just don't have enough plastic. Okay, so that should be that. Okay. There we go. So we have 2 I/O units, assembly drill, and assembly platform. I think that's everything we need for this. Yes, everything we need. Besides the programmer, which I'm going to get here in a minute. All right, so we need to get one of those items. So I need to, item providing location. I have to change it whenever I want to use an item, I do believe. And here we go. It now says we have access to these things. So I want to make not the laser one, but the drill one. And let's go ahead and trade the items. Oh, go back. Back. There we go. Order item, not trade. So there we go. Oh, whenever this actually moves, that means the transaction went through. Oh, that's so cool. It's even cooler when it picks up the item. And somebody said this is supposed to be like saying Amazon, so Amadron is how it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh, I guess it delivers it in the same chest. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we ended up getting that. Do I need the other one? Order a programming laser. Oh, we need a laser as well. I need just a little bit more of this stuff. Did not want that. So there we go. I should be able to say, want 2 of those to order a couple more. Man, this happens so fast. It's so cool. That's so cool. I love how it's an entity that's titled that and everything. Wow, the thing just up and leaves, man. Straight up teleports. All right, and then we should be able to order our laser. Nice. Goodbye. Goodbye, drone. You can see where it's targeted. That's kind of cool, too. I'm pretty sure they're the other drones that are in here, that the drones that just work on their own. That's so cool how it just comes down and work. Man. And there we go. So we ended up getting that achievement done. So now we can actually move on to getting some of the other processes done that we're going to need. I do believe if I use the security to regulate this thing, it'll be fine. And just use this to keep high pressure. Because it should only pressurize to the max, I do believe. I honestly don't know how it works. There's all the pressure going to leak out. That's okay. So yeah, we're only going to have the one drill set up right now. I think the only thing lacking is the laser drill, and I just need more blue plastic for that. Just a lot of blue plastic. I'm really just waiting for that, and then I think we're going to be good. Until then, let's try and set this thing up. Okay. So we're going to have all of our different ports, our pneumatic drill, and this is where I'm pretty sure everything hooks to. And then we have an I/O port, which is like our import, outport, assembly drill, and I think we actually need this controller as well. The only thing I did not make was the controller. Ah, we're lacking one piece, which is okay, because we have more. There we go. And we should be able to make this. There's the controller. Okay. So let's place the controller back here. What is this saying it's missing? What's up with is the assembly platform just not something that needs to be here? Oh, I think it needs to be because the IO port is not right. We need to change that. Like that. And then put the program in here. Right? Or do we need the whole multi-block? I bet we need the whole multi-block, including the laser. So what exactly are we missing? Nothing. I don't think we're missing anything. We have everything. We have everything but the blue plastic. Right? Yep, we just need a blue plastic. Ugh. This blue plastic's gonna be the death of me, guys. You could say it's gonna make me blue. That was a horrible, horrible thing to say. I can't believe I just said that. Okay, so let's make the laser. Right? What am I missing for that? Rose red? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. The only thing that I'm missing is rose red dye. Yep, I'll just head over here. And there we go. Is that going to complete the multi-block? Oh wait, this actually has to go in the center, I do believe. Right? Problems. No sufficient pressure. Add pressure. Connect up other... Okay, connect up the other required machines. I thought this was everything. Is that not what it says? I'm pretty sure this is the only thing it requires. I could be very wrong though. Assembly IO port. Put that in there. We have everything. We just need pressure, right? And how do we hook up pressure to this thing? That is the question. Is it just a regular pipe? We just hook a pipe to it and we call it good? Okay. All right. I'm going to check it out and see why this isn't working. I'm probably just being a derp. All right. So I just derp so much, guys. I can't help it. So yeah, this is the input, output. The problem was this needs to be decharged. Doesn't need to have a charge. I should be able to put that in there. Then it'll work. Look at that go. Look at those animations. Just stick your, just go right into that chest. Yeah, just right in there. Wow, that is a pretty cool animation, I must admit. That's pretty cool, actually. Now this is using the laser program. I can combine them together, which is what I'm going to do. After I watch this kind of happen. Kind of cool. We should see what, a laser, right? What? The sound decided to stop hissing? Ran out of coal. Oh. So what happens next? I'm guessing I probably did something goofy, right? This requires just the laser. The laser did not work. Everything just sort of stopped here for a second. Why? I have no clue. Okay. Break this. We don't even get your you don't even get your item back. Well, that's no good. Okay, anyways. Kind of don't want to test this out on anything else. Let's take this. Let's just combine the two. Okay, that works. Let me try one more. See, I think that these might be messed up because these don't stack. Well, I guess they do. I don't know, guys. I don't know why this is not working like it's supposed to. Let's go ahead and try something else because, of course, these things can do other things. Like we looked at before, we can do dye. We can do the pearl block, or we can do this, the boytite, or yeah, or boytite, something like that. Let's go ahead and make some of that, and B-I-O, not B-O-I. Only need one of those, right? We can throw that in there. There you go. Grab it out. It's a little bit faster. I added those speed upgrades. Still seems to be maintaining everything. There it goes. There's our drill. How cool is that, guys? Look at that. And then our other arm is going to grab it. Clip through everything. Of course, why not? Wow. Okay. So there's one inscriber. Do we need all the inscribers or something? Hold the press. We need... I have 2 of 4. What? Logic, silicone press. Locate the materials needed to create the engineering, logic, and silicon press to allow for applied energistics and refined storage networks. Well, I know that. I know. Pearl. Let's go ahead and make a pearl block. I thought this was made... Oh, it's made with endstone. Does that really make 32 of them? Only need one. Only need one, guys. So there's that. We can't make one of these presses, right? We can only make 3 of them. What's this press require? What's this press require? And this one? Purple block? Really cool, guys. I have to say. That's so cool. Look at those. Gotta get those screenshots. Wow. So that should be all of it, right? What happened to the... Wait, I just put a... And there we go. Hold the press. We have all the presses. All right, so we got all this done. Let's go ahead and move on to the last part of today's video. And I'm going to shut this guy off because, man, that is just annoying. And we're going to work on something kind of large. We have enough steel to get this thing done. We're going to have to get a blast furnace up and running like now. So we're going to work on that here in just a second. All right, so we have a lot to do. I know we got some of the early Pneumatic Craft stuff done, but the majority of what I need to do right now is build the multi-blocks. So I've gathered all the equipment, all the items I'm going to actually need. Let me go ahead and drop this down real quick. Throw some of these. I just actually cleared out this little area here. This is where I plan on putting all these machines that we're about to start working with. And I do believe that I have enough power right now to make this work out just fine. So I don't see any problem. It almost looks like, wow, this looks like it's rusting almost. It's kind of a weird effect, kind of distracted me there for a second. But one of the first things we need to make is a crusher. So the crusher is a big part of this. We're also going to make a squeezer, and we're going to make the arc furnace today. But there are a few steps before we can do the arc furnace that we need to make now. And that is, of course, the crusher. Now, this is a beautiful machine. Let me go ahead and throw it in here, and it's going to get the image on it. There we go. And let's kind of rotate this around. And this is the front face of the machine. There are the sides that have the outputs on them. Let me kind of show you in the book. Right here is an output. And I want this. I mean, I can always route stuff around. But man, that's where I want the items to actually go. I guess we'll set the machine up like this, facing us. The power goes on the side. It'll be right next to this machine. We need to make sure the redstone block is on our right-hand side, just like this. And of course, we're going to recess this and set this back a little bit. And we'll place it right here. I think that'll be perfect. So we have a lot of the stuff required for this. Let me go ahead and make sure this stays over here. We need our scaffolding. Everybody says I say this wrong, and I also say diesel wrong. Well, there's a little thing called dialect, and everywhere you go, people say things differently. We don't say diesel here, even though I know that that's a way to say it. I don't personally say it that way because that's just not how I was raised. I was raised differently than everybody else. Raised in a family that talked differently than everybody else. So sometimes things like that come out. Also, you know, when I say across, everybody makes fun of me because I don't say across. It's just how I was raised. I'm not joking. That's just how it was. So that's just how it will be. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, I guess. But I mean, that's seriously, you know, that's just how I talk. I am from the south of the United States, so kind of just how we talk here. So we got to finish up with these last few things. That is just placing some hoppers. And we have this done. Voila. Should be able to hit it with a hammer. And then bam, it's ready to go. All we got to do is hook it up with some power. We'll do that in just a second. Let's go ahead and start working on the other one. All right, so next up is the squeezer. We do need to figure out where things go in and come out. Okay, so this is the input. I think this is the way the machine is intended to go, the front side. So I'll have it just set this direction. Just like that. That is the front. We'll give ourselves some space in between here to kind of route items. I think this would be fine. This will be just fine. This is a very simple machine. It doesn't really require too much to build it. And it's not too expensive. It's actually one of the early game things that you could use to make some diesel. It's just one of those things. All right, so this actually requires something called a wooden barrel, which is just some treated wood. It's another method of storing fluids. And then we need the light engineering block and one piston facing downward, which we can change that here in a minute, and 3 steel scaffolding, or 3 steel fence, and face that down and click right here. And voila, we have a squeezer. All right, last but not least, I hope I have enough room to kind of build it out here. I do want to build it on this area. And this is the big guy. This is the arc furnace. I did say earlier, blast furnace. It technically is a blast furnace because you use a blast furnace to build it. I didn't want to tear down my blast furnace, so what I did was I just made some more blast brick, but it does require the same amount, 27 reinforced blast brick to make this thing. All right, and this does have one shape or one face. You know, I'm going to face it a certain way. It's just how it's going to go. I hope that it's this direction. Is this going to fit? That's going to fit just fine. And then I'm going to have to route a few other cables. I'll route this through the back, and we will have some more power running. I know the cables are a mess, but, you know, my cable network, don't make fun of it. All right, so cauldron goes here. It's one of the first things that we lay down. Then this is our steel half slabs. I am missing a few things on me right now. I'm going to have to go get them. I'm waiting for them to get done. And that is the steel. I had to cast out the actual steel blocks. All right, and this is this one scaffolding, or scaffolding. Everybody says I say that wrong too. It's scaffolding. I know, but where I'm from, we call it scaffolding. I don't know why, but that's just how we say it. This is the sheet metal. Not that. That's the wrong. As you can see, it gives a red outline if you place the wrong block. This block is the heavy engineering block, right? No, it's not. It will highlight whenever I have it selected. Can't be the reinforced. What block is that? Now I'm confused. Oh, that's my steel blocks. Okay, so I guess I have to go get them now. I gotta watch out. I did place a cable there now. Okay. That noise is gonna get to me every time. Alright, so I should have my blocks of steel. There we go. Those are done. Look, you can even see it through blocks. I almost put my face inside that high voltage cable. Actually, I have it turned off, so it probably wouldn't hurt me. I forgot about that. Alright, redstone engineering block. Very, like I said, as long as you get, getting the items is the hardest part. Not really getting the items, just crafting all the items and making sure you have the right amount. That's honestly the hardest part of this. Obtaining the items is not hard. This is pretty easy at this point. I have tons of steel. It's not really a problem. Alright, and then that. And this is where it gets interesting. So we have blast brick that kind of like goes off the front face of this machine. As you can see, there's like a front. Like that. Very weird. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. I think it's meant to be that way. Okay, and then I always second guess myself. Probably shouldn't do that. That is how you get lost. Another steel. Steel. I'm sure people say steel funny as well. There we go. There's some more sheet metal. Aha. And the last bit of this. Oh, I'm missing. I bet it's from this. When I placed them down a minute ago. They were not supposed to be placed there. They go here. Or not there. Look at me. Derping so hard right now. That's why I always carry my pick on me. Alright, zombies. Please leave me alone. And that's not the right block either. Neither is this. That is the scaffolding. 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 Last 3 blocks. And we're good. You guys are about to get ninja. Get ninja'd with this machine gun. He's got armor though. It's a little bit harder. Alright, and I should be able to hit that block. And looky there. Now we have the arc furnace. Alright, so now we need to get everything up and running. And I'm going to get everything hooked up, cabled up, and managed. And we should be ready to start producing the electrodes that we need for here. I think they're called electrodes. Right? Graphite electrodes, yes. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get those ready to go. I think the blueprint is pretty easy to make for this. It does require one of the hot graphites, which is what you need to make in here. So you take, let me show you real quick. You need to take some coal coke, which we have a backlog of. You'll take that, You'll throw either block form or whatever inside the crusher, and you'll get coke dust. Throw the coke dust into the squeezer. That's why we can route it with pipes, and then you'll get hot graphite. Use that to make the blueprint, and then this blueprint is actually used to make the electrodes themselves. So, pretty straightforward. Hopefully you understand. We're going to come back. I'm going to make them. Then you will understand. All right, guys. So I guess I'll have to wait till next time. Time is out. We are going to figure out how to set this all up next episode. Stick around. Hopefully you guys show up for that episode. We're going to do some really cool things with conveyor belts. I'm going to go over how to do that. Just stick around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I highly recommend you do that. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!